Good morning. Good morning. It's a cold morning, but we give thanks to God. And as one of us said, we should be lively and cheerful for the gift of life and wish each other a good morning. My name is Evelyn Owoko, the Director, Policy, Partnership, and East African Community Affairs in the Ministry of Education, State Department of Early Learning and Basic Education. And I'm representing the Principal Secretary, Dr. Jwan, State Department of Early Learning and Basic Education. I'm accompanied with Mr. Chepkawai Limo, who is a Deputy Director in the Directorate of Policy. Thank you. So before I get to the speech of the Principal Secretary, allow me to make one or two comments as to why we are here today. I would like to appreciate Global Peace Foundation for taking the initiative to bring the stakeholders together to discuss issues on transforming education in Kenya. Yesterday when we got the invitation, we were rather taken aback because we know about the UNGA and the Transforming Education Summit that is supposed to come in September and the pre-summit that we had in June in Paris. However, after our discussions, we realized that Global Peace Foundation is a step ahead because as the Ministry of Education, in collaboration with UNESCO, we've been working on developing the country position paper. And next week, we actually schedule national consultations with the stakeholders in education and the civil society organizations. So we really appreciate that this summit is coming today, such that by next week, we shall have collected the ideas from our stakeholders, which can be escalated to the national consultations and contribute towards the development of the country position paper for presentation in September. So a big clap to Global Peace Foundation for having started a process that is ongoing. The thematic areas that will be deliberated upon today actually cover the 5 areas that had been presented as we are supposed to be developing our country position paper. That is inclusive, equitable, safe and healthy schools, learning of skill for life, work and sustainable development, digital learning and transformation, teachers, teaching and teaching profession, and the financing of education. And I believe we are all aware of the Kenyatta Declaration on the financing of education. So I really want to appreciate what GPE has done. I want to appreciate what GPE has done in our institutions. I'm happy we are joined by our students from State House Girls to be part of this discussion. Character and creativity initiative is very key. We could be very knowledgeable, but we have issues with our character. So we do support what GPE has done. And once again, we are happy. So with those remarks from myself, allow me to carry the task that I was requested to do and to deliver the speech by the Principal Secretary. The Vice President, Education Global Peace Foundation, the Chief Executive Officer, Moringa School, the CEO of the Standard Media Group, PLC, Professor of Education, North Carolina Central University, Director, Vera Beauty College, Chairman, Kenya Secondary School Heads Association, Director, Semaster, CEO, Global Peace Foundation, Kenya, education stakeholders, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It gives me great pleasure to be with you in this Transforming Education Kenya 2022 Summit under the theme, Role of Stakeholders in Transforming Education for the Future. SDG number 17 aims at revitalizing the global partnership for sustainable development. Successful sustainable development agenda requires partnership between government, private sector, and civil society. The government is committed to offer the very best to its citizens and appreciates the role played by the private sector to achieve this. On this note, I take this early opportunity to appreciate the initiative by GPE for bringing stakeholders together in the dialogue for transforming education. This engagement is timely and is in tandem with the just concluded pre-summit of Transforming Education Summit that took place in Paris last month, ahead of the main summit scheduled for September 2022. As we speak, the country consultations are going on in preparation for the summit. Ladies and gentlemen, the government of Kenya is committed to ensuring access to inclusive and equitable quality education and training, as well as promoting lifelong learning opportunities for all. To this end, the ministry has realized remarkable achievements, and some of the transformative strategies include the curriculum reforms aimed at transforming the curriculum to ensure that education equips every learner with the skills, knowledge, and values that allow them to thrive in the 21st century. CBC aims at producing an engaged, ethical, and empowered citizen. To ensure its successful implementation, teachers have been trained, parents sensitized, and the textbook ratio of 1:1 has been achieved. Another initiative that the government has taken is through free primary education and free day secondary to improve access, increase enrollment, and has increased enrollment tremendously. In addition, there are bursaries, grants, and scholarship which have been given to the students to ensure retention and completion. Investments have been done, targeted through intervention for girls taking science, technology, engineering, and maths courses, that is the STEM. Ladies and gentlemen, to enhance inclusion, a sector policy on learners and trainees with special needs and disabilities was developed. SNE learners are integrated in our schools and learn side by side with other learners. Those with severe disability are admitted in our special schools and equipped with assistive devices. KISE is an agency of the Ministry of Education, ensures that learners with disabilities are not left behind. The ministry has developed the National Guidelines for School Reentry 2019 to ensure readmission of girls who have dropped out of school due to pregnancy, as well as early or forced marriages at all levels, as well as readmission of boys. Continuous sensitization of parents, communities, and other stakeholders on the need to enroll and retain all children in school. Ladies and gentlemen, the ministry, in collaboration with stakeholders, endeavor to eliminate barriers that trigger dropouts and hence increase retention, completion, transition, as well as improving learning outcomes. Such interventions include provision of sanitary towels, school meals, and low-cost boarding institutions. The ministry, in addition, has developed programs and policies to ensure holistic development of learners, empower them to deal with challenges of the 21st century, and make informed choices. Such policies include the mentorship policy, guidance and counseling policy, career guidance, amongst others. The ministry has also prioritized ICT integration in education and training at all levels. The goal is to improve teaching and learning and prepare learners to competitively function within a highly integrated, technologically oriented, and information-based global economy. In addition, the ministry has continued to build capacity of teachers and education managers, deploy digital devices and content, and improve ICT infrastructure in schools. For instance, during the closure of schools following the COVID-19 pandemic, the Kenya Education Cloud, developed by KICD, enabled learning to continue with minimum disruption. The National Education Management Information System is another transformative strategy the ministry has, on the other hand, to offer real-time data that provides reliable evidence to inform policy and decision-making. As I conclude, I would like to challenge all of us here today to consider our roles in reimagining education in a world that is changing at a dramatic pace. How do we ensure that education catches up? What we all need to support the shift from policy to practice. And we need to ask ourselves, what can we do better to transform education? I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the stakeholders who are present here today for their continued effort and support. Indeed, as the Kiswahili adage goes, kidole kimoja akivunji chawa. It is therefore my belief that the summit will contribute greatly to the Vision 2030 flagship project by sharing best practices and recommendations from the various stakeholders to transform our education system. I wish you all a fruitful engagement, and it is now my pleasure on behalf of the Principal Secretary to declare the Transforming Education Kenya 2022 Summit officially opened. Thank you.